and I could have shot him. I passed on him. He was a pretty good deer too, though. I kind of regret passing on him.
Now, we were
It'd been cool shooting from the ground too.
Yeah, well, it's funny. So one of our speaking points, I think we're going to go ahead and steer that way, is you and I have talked in depth, and you've been saying this for a couple of years. You're going to hunt on the ground more. You're going to hunt on the ground more.
Yeah.
And you have said next year you're going pretty much saddle.
Yeah.
Pretty much saddle, and you like the smaller, medium-ish platforms. We do have the XOP Edge sitting over here.
Yeah, this is my first time messing with it.
So, but talk a little bit about why you want to hunt on the ground and why you think there's an advantage there. Because you called me and said, look, I think I'm going to hunt on the ground. I see way more advantages. And you're trying to, like, sell me. And I was like, well, Dave, like, I kind of think I found my niche as far as I think I'm the stand guy.
There's been so many hunts where I've gone in, I've found, like, say you kind of like hunt your way in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get to the area you kind of wanted to get to, and you're like looking around for trees, and you're doing this, you're doing that, and say you like, then you climb up the tree, and you're like, say you make a little bit of noise, and you're like, doing all this extra jack around, and I'm like, and then sometimes I'll get up there, and I'm like, like I did all this, and I realistically could have just sat at the base of this tree and had the exact same hunt. Like I did way more movement, way more activity that I feel like I didn't need to do at times. Like I could have just sat here on the ground, and if a buck would have came on the trails that I'm expecting them to come on anyways, I could have shot him from the ground just as easily. I think like a leafy suit will help. That day on the ground when I had all those bucks in close range, with that leafy, all I had was a leafy top on, didn't even have leafy pants on, and that one I had a Tacticam footage of. He was 20 yards.
Yeah.
And looking at me, walking towards me.
Yeah.
And he didn't see me.
I could have shot.
I was just sitting on the ground next to a tree.
Yeah, I could have shot a couple bucks this year in Kentucky on the ground.
Yeah. I just think there's you take away all that chance, and then sometimes how people hunt, like obviously like hunting buck beds is like a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get like, say you have a buck bed marked that's like 100 yards away from where you're at, and you want to get to this tree area about 80 to 100 yards away from that buck bed, maybe a little further. So I'm sitting here on the ground. I'm at the base of the tree. I'm pretty confident he didn't see me get here, to the base of this tree.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to climb up where he can. I feel like they could like see me now. Like,
risk a noise too.
Yeah, where you risk a noise and then you risk them just seeing you. Like, oh, I didn't see that thing. If it had been on the ground, I wouldn't have seen it. But now it's up in a tree, and now I got a clear view of this blob climbing a tree.
Yeah.
And and then just the fact that I can, you're not tied down to spots, you're not pinned down to areas. Obviously, you can just up and move. Mm-hmm. For us, especially when because we hunt public land, we walk pretty far in and we drive pretty far to places to hunt. So imagine just being able to just, okay, it's dark, and just walking out.
The exit is almost the biggest selling point because.
See you later.
Yeah. Once it's dark. Yeah. I'm walking towards the truck. I'm not spending. Dude, it takes me 20, 30 minutes sometimes.
Dude, I'll be sitting there hunting, and like sometimes, if you hunt a few days in a row, and maybe didn't see any deer that night, and then it gets dark, and you're just sitting there like, damn it, like I gotta tear everything down, like pack it all up, hike out with this heavy pack on my back. It's just like, wouldn't it just be so great? Just be like, all right, time to go, just start walking, just like no pack up, no nothing, just head on out.
It's even like I hunt low a lot of times, and those hunts are significantly easier.
Yeah,
closing time, but
low,
but like you're talking no bowl holder system, no camera goes in your back, like it's just so quick to exit.
Well, and like and then even like hanging, like say you go and do like a morning hunt, and it's like say it's like 30 degrees. You walk in there, you go to hang your stand. When you're done hanging your stand, you're sitting there sweating. Mm-hmm. Then 30 minutes later, you're freezing. And just, you take that whole equation out of it. I'm not going to be sweating anymore if I just go to my place and just plop down on my butt. Yeah. Now, I think I'll definitely use stands in areas that I like, some of my known areas, some of my known scrapes, some of my areas that, I like to hunt that, I literally have like a tree that I already know what tree I'm going to. If you believe
that an elevated position is going to get you the kill.
I think the elevated position is, I think the only advantage really of the stand is
pulling off the shot.
Yeah.